I think I have now. Yes. Okay.
Yes, it's does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now this is a kind of a problem which we faced. We have a floating point number. I want to convert it into a ceiling of that particular integer of that particular number. How do I do it? I use a method which is inbuilt. So this is also an inbuilt method. So that means uh, ceil is an inbuilt method of the math class. Similarly, we have a list of methods which are available in the string class. And we have a question which comes in front of us, and this is what I would want to do. And how do I do it? You have to figure out which method to use. Now, first things first, you need to understand what all those methods do and what all those methods are returning and what all those methods are taking as argument. Something like this. So these 2-3 things you need to know. The names of the methods, number 1. Number 2, the arguments that they take. Number 3, what do they do? Number 4, what do they return? Okay, so all these 4 things you need to understand, remember for all these methods. Now, I had asked you to remember the names of the methods. Okay. Can you figure out, this is what we did yesterday. What was the name of the function that we did?
So dot length.
Dot length function.
String dot
Okay.
length.
Okay, so that means we'll just say length method, not dot length. Dot is apart from that. Okay, so we'll just say we'll use the length method for doing it. Okay, now extract a character from a string. What method would it be?
The dot extract.
No, not dot extract. It would be dot caret. Okay, so what we'll do is, suppose I have a string in which I have stored Chandigarh. Okay. Suppose I want to extract a character from here. For example, I want to extract a character n from here. Okay, this is my first problem now. We had done one problem yesterday. That means how would I find out what is the length of a particular string? And we know that it is the dot length function. It is the length function. Okay. Okay. Now, this is now the next problem. The next problem is I want to extract a character from the string. Can you see what both these things are looking like? Are they looking different? The Chandigarh and the N?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. One is string, other is
One
character.
string and one is char.
Yeah, perfect. So one is basically a string, the other is a char. All right, char is small c, string is capital S. We know this. Okay, I want to extract a character from the string. Now let's understand one more thing. Chandigarh as a string, Chandigarh as a string has a number of characters and each character has a position. The positions actually start from 0. So that means the C is on character number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. So you can see the character number is on top of each of the characters. So this means the character C is actually on position 0. All right. Please remember most of the languages, 99.9% of the languages always treat strings which are actually, they call them as 0 based. That means the first character is always taken as character number 0. So Java also does the same. Now I want to extract a character. For example, I want to extract a character D from here. What position is it on?
4.
On 4. So what I will do is I will use a char add function. Now please remember, let me show you the syntax of the char add function. Okay, so basically it is returning returning a char, for example. Yes, it is returning a char. The name of the function is char add and it takes an int as an argument. So when you are going to remember char add, you are going to remember this. So So this is what you're going to remember. This whole line you're going to remember. You're going to remember, number one, the name of the function is char. It takes an int as an argument. It returns a char. So what is it actually doing? It is actually extracting a character at that int position. So how would I do it now? Suppose the string is S, जिसके अंदर हमने चंडीगढ़ स्टोर किया हुआ है. All right. And I want to extract the character, so I'll use s dot char at. Now please remember, char at function starts with a small letter, and because it is made up of two words, a starts with a capital letter. So you'll remember this now. Okay, what did I want to extract? I wanted to extract d from here, and d is on position number 4. So what will I write here? I'll write 4 over here.
4.
Okay, so this part is done, but I would need to store it somewhere also. So what kind of variable will I store it in?
Char.
A char variable. Why? Because it is actually returning a char. Now, does this make sense? If I display C, what is it going to display? It is going to display D. Yeah, it is not going to display the quotes, but it is going to display the D at least. Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now if I write, for example,
Yes, sir.
the same thing, I write with a 10 now. What is going to happen?
Nothing will be printed.
Nothing will be
Nothing, sir.
Nothing will be printed? No. The program will crash.
Yes, sir.
All right, the program will crash. Why? Because there is no 10 position there. All right, so that means if you give this number within the boundaries, then it will perform perfectly. If you do not do so, the program is going to crash. Are we clear?
Sir,
Yes, beta.
is it just whole number in this case?
Yes. The positions cannot be fractions, beta ji. Can you have a 0.1 character? These all will be integers only. Okay. You cannot use a fractional number. Was that your question, Vatsal?
Yes, sir.
Anji. Second question.
Sir, if in the Chandigarh we have put a space and we locate that space, so it will give us a blank as
Yes.
the.
Yes, it will give a blank there.
Okay.
Okay, blank is also a character there. Now, is the caret function done? Is the caret function okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next thing that we need to perform is find the location of a character. Now I know the location I want the character. So what function will I use? I will use caret function.
Yeah.
Now I know the character, I want its position now. I want the reverse. So for that there is a function called index of. Okay. Index of, I provide a char there and it actually gives me an int. Does this make sense, guys? What is it
Yes,
going
sir.
to do? It returns,
Yes.
it returns the index of the char. Okay, so that means whatever character I will pass as an argument, it will return the index, and index is naturally going to be an int. So it is returning an int. And can you see that
I didn't understand that what index of is doing.
index of is returning the index of a character? For example, I want to find out where is G, on what position is G. Actually, which position, beta?
So 6.
It is on 6th position. Okay, so if I pass, for example, if I write index of G and use S dot index of G is going to return to me what?
6.
Integer value.
Okay, an integer value. Naturally, I will store it in an int variable. Yes, beta.
When we are passing, we need to write it in single quotes.
Of course.
And then, sir, in Chandigarh we have two A's, and if we write index of and then in bracket A, so what will it return?
All right, let me come to that. Okay, let me come to that. returns the first index of the character. Index of the first occurrence of the character.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the first occurrence. Right. Okay. Now, so what is going to happen is index of is basically used to find out ये जो character है कौन सी position पे है. So कौन सी position naturally will be an int. So it will be, you will be using an int variable to store it. On the other hand, the caret function was actually doing the opposite. I know I want some character from position 4. Where, what character is in position number 4? So I use caret function. So you should know what do you want to do and what method are you going to use, and you should know how it is going to behave. If you're going to provide a proper number within range, it will do work properly. If you give an improper number, the program is going to crash. On the other hand, index of function, basically what does it do? It returns the index of the first occurrence of the character. एक तो first occurrence हो गया. Suppose if I now write s dot index of and I write x there. Do we have an x in this particular string?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
So what will be the value of n? What will happen now?
0.
0.
Will
0.
crash.
By the way, 0 is the position. 0 is the position of C. Should it return 0? Is that logical?
No.
So it will not write anything.
It will actually return a -1. Okay, if the character is not present. Okay, so the answer is if the character is not present, it will actually return a -1, and if it is present, it will return the first occurrence. Okay, make sense?
Sir?
Yes, beta.
Sir, why only -1? Why not another number?
-1 is a standard error situation in almost all programming languages.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Now this is the first number below zero, which is a non-available number there. Can you see that I will never have a -1 in any of the indexes? I call this as index. Okay, so can I have a -1 here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, can I have a 1,000 or a 10,000 or a 1 lakh or 10 lakhs? Can I have that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can possibly have. I cannot have a negative number. So the first negative number they found was a -1. So they say, okay, fine, use -1. Righto?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we come to the other side. Now Vatsal has started off this. Suppose I want to look for an A, and actually I am looking for this A, which is the last A in this particular string. For that, the name of the function is last index of. Okay, so if I say last index of A and I use S to execute it, so I say s dot last index of A and I say n is equal to so and so. What is n going to contain?
7.
7. Okay, so if I say SOP n, it is going to display 7 to me because A is present. The last position where it is present is 7.
Sir,
Yes, beta.
what if we want to display both the values?
You cannot display both. One function will return only one value and it cannot return multiple values.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Hanji beta.
Say if we use last index of with G, it will print G or it will give an error.
No, it will print G only. The G is position only. See,
Okay,
if I
sir.
have if I have a character at one position only, so index of will also give me the same situation, same number. The last index of will also give me the same number. So in case of I, it will give me 5 for both index of and last index of. Are we fine? Because that is the first occurrence and that itself is the last occurrence.
Okay, sir.
Yes, right.
Sir,
Yes, beta.
sir, if there are 3 characters, it will print the last one.
Yes.
Okay.
And if we want with the middle one?
You want the middle one? That is not in your syllabus, so we'll probably do it in our extra class.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, in caret function, where we have to fill the position of the character, can we write any variable also?
Yes, 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 of course. Wherever have given constants, you can use a variable to do it. We use a variable there only. We don't use constants there. Abhi, for giving you examples, I am using constants here, like a constant a, but normally we put a variable. We use say char, say d is equal to a, and then I use the same method call with that variable. Make sense? The only thing now is that I will not put this in double quotes. Why? Because I am using a variable, not a constant. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now the next function. Next function is extract a string from a string. Very important. Now these are the most important methods that we are doing right now. Okay, the most important methods. बाकी जो मैंने आगे दिए हुए हैं, they are less important. Yes, but extract. For example, I want to extract hand from Chandigarh. Now, hand is not a single character, it is multiple characters. So it is basically I'm extracting a string from a string. We call that as a substring. So I want to extract hand. Now please remember I have not put it in single quotes. Why? Because single quotes mein char can have only
One character.
one character. Okay, it can have only one character. Right. We'll talk about char in a few classes, okay, and enjoy that part of the programming too. Now I want to extract from Chandigarh. I want to extract hand. Let me just copy this part so that it is easier for us to work. Can you tell me? I want to extract hand, and you can find that hand is existing at this place. What is the starting index of this particular substring?
1.
One.
One.
There is this ending
4.
ending
Four.
on 4. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to use a method called substring. Substring is one word, so no capital letters anywhere, and we'll say 1 comma what?
4.
4.
Four.
Okay, it is 5. Okay, I'll explain it. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. So when you write 1 comma 5, it actually starts at 1, ends before 5. Can you understand this? So when I write 1 comma 5, it starts at 1. Okay, fine, it starts at 1, but it ends before 5. So that means it will end at 4. So if you give it a 4 here, it will actually extract only characters 1, 2, and 3. Understood?
Yes, sir.
If I put 5 here, it will extract characters number 1, 2, 3, and 4. It will end before 5. That means it will end on 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are these characters. So HAND will be extracted. So if I try to display SOPT, it is going to display hand to me. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
now a question for you. If I want to extract dig from here, what numbers will I use?
Sir, 4 and 7.
4 and
4
7.
to 7.
4 comma 7.
7.
4 comma 7. So it will actually extract characters number 4, 5, and 6. Righto?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll just do a revision after this. After this. Okay, and we'll just play around with these methods. Now, my next method is the same, but it is overloaded. Overloaded in the sense it is the same substring method, but it takes only a single argument. This substring method actually took 2 arguments, isn't it? Okay. Suppose I want to extract GURD from here. GURD from here. What will I use?
6.
6 and 10.
6, comma 10 is the answer. Yes. So I can use T is equal to S dot substring 6, comma 10. 10 is perfectly fine here because it is actually going to end before 10, that is on 9, and 9 is perfectly fine index for me, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, there's a doubt. I have
Yeah.
written 10 here, but 10, is it going to reach 10?
Error. Error.
सर 10 है इधर है ही नहीं यहाँ
No,
पे
sir.
10 है नहीं बेटा, लेकिन सबस्ट्रिंग 10 तक पहुंचता नहीं है. कहाँ जाता है वो?
9 तक.
9
तक ही जाता है. So is 9 a perfect index? Yes.
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 9 is okay. So this is going to work perfectly fine. So this is fine. All right. You can use this. Are we clear? You
yes
can
sir
use 6 over 10. But there is an alternative. If I want to use extract a string starting from a particular position, going to the end, I will not put the second number. Okay. So what is this going to do now? This is also going to do extract. This is also going to extract GURD from here, and this is also going to extract GURD from here. Make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
yes sir
Okay. So that means substring function, you could, if you want to extract from a particular position to the end of the string, you can use 6, comma 10, which is the length. Yeah. And what about the second one? If you give only one number, it will start from that position, go up to the end. You don't need to worry about where it is going up to.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions till now?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. Okay. So what I'll do is I will list the methods done till now. We have int length function not taking any arguments because it doesn't need any argument. Then we have a char at function to which we pass an int argument. Then we have an int index of which takes a char as argument. We also have int index of takes a string as argument. I want you to think about this.
Sir, int last index.
वो भी है बेटा. Next is int last index of and char, and we have int last index of. The ones with arrows are the ones which I have not taught you, but you are going to think about them yourselves. All right.
Sir, do they print an index of multiple characters?
It cannot. So what will it do? Okay, let me just take an example. So S contains Chandigarh as usual, and if I write S dot index of good. I have given a string as the index, as the location which I want to find, and it is going to give me an int value.
sir I think so sir 6 7 8 9
It cannot return multiple values. I have told you.
Only 6.
Only 6. Okay, so n is going to be only 6. Is that understood?
sir how that
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that means first of all, it is going to find GURD in Chandigarh. Does it find GURD in Chandigarh?
Yes, sir.
yes sir
Yes, sir.
Yes. So after it finds GURD in Chandigarh, it actually locates the position of the first character in this particular string. The first character is actually on position number 6. That is the number that it returns. Does it make sense?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, you just have to be logical, guys. You just have to be
Excuse me,
logical.
sir.
The first, just a second. The one rule that I told you, that if method only returns a single value, it cannot return multiple values. Okay. Now, if I write n is equal to s dot index of, and I, it is dij.
4.
Dij, not dij.
Sir, 4.
Error.
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 I have still not got the correct answer.
अच्छा हाँ.
What does index of
Minus 1.
4,
-1.
5, 1.
minus 1?
Minus
Yes, of course, minus 1. What does index of do if the character is not found? Minus 1. If the string is not found, minus 1 again. Make sense? Logic.
Okay, sir, it is
Yes,
same
sir.
for both character
Yes, it
and
is the
string.
same. Yes, it is the same for both. अब इसमें difference सिर्फ इतना आया है कि अगर मैं string देता हूं तो मुझे सिर्फ पहले character का वो position बताता है, पहले character का position बताता है, ठीक है? और अगर वो स्ट्रिंग नहीं मिलेगा, अब डी आई तो मिल रहा है उसको, लेकिन डी आई जे कहीं नहीं मिल रहा है. सो इफ इट इज नॉट, इफ इट डजंट फाइंड एनी दिस होल स्ट्रिंग एनीवेयर, it actually returns a -1 because the string was not found in the string.
Sir,
Yes, beta.
so like in the first one for GARH, it gave 6. Now in DIJ, it had found for D, and D is 4. So why does it not?
No. D. I'm not looking for D. I'm not looking for DI. I'm looking for DIJ. Do I find a DIJ there?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
No.
sir.
No. Okay. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes, beta.
If it is DIG, then it will print the 4. It will print a 4 as.
Yes. It will display 4. It will return 4. Okay. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So हमने last index of किया, उसके बाद हमने क्या किया था? Substring. So
Substring.
substring is basically returning a string. So the name of the function is substring, and it takes an int. This is one version of it. This is one version of it, and we have another version which takes 2 ints. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? So it actually starts from this int and goes up to the end. Last, up to the last. And what about
And
int?
here we give the first value and the second value before.
Before that. Okay, so it extracts up to before this second integer. All right. Now, guys, these are all the functions that we have done. Yes or no? Till now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have 5 minutes. Let's just play around with some things. I want to.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, last index of in string, sir, what will it return?
Last index of GUD.
String.
Same.
Okay.
Same. Yeah. If I had two occurrences of the same thing at some of the same string at two various places, then GUD will be different. Okay. Like for example, if I write like this, now GUD is going to return a 6. Okay. Now if I write index of, it is going to give me a 6 because the first GUD was found on position number 6. But if I use a last index of, I use this, then it is going to return me a 17 because it is the last GUD is present on 17. Righto? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I want to find, there is a this is the particular thing. I want to display the last character present in the string. I actually want to display this H. I want to display the last character in this string. What should I do? Can you raise hands? I want to raise of hands for this. Okay, Agam, can you answer this?
Yes, sir. Sir, we will write, sir, str, sir, the string name, that is s dot char at string s dot length minus 1.
Oh, okay. S dot
Char at
char at.
s dot length minus 1.
Okay. So what you have actually done is you have found the length. The length is 10. 10 minus 1 is a 9. And this character at position number 9, this is the character that it extracts, and this will actually give me an edge. Righto?
Yes, sir.
Yes, guys. Okay. Uh,
Sir, if we simply write 9,
Yes, sir.
you don't know how many
sir,
characters
we
are
say
here. You don't know how many
Okay.
characters. This string could have been input by the user, and if the user inputs a long string, you don't even know how many characters are there. So once again, okay. So another question. I want to display half of this string. That means if Chandigarh is 10 characters, I want to display the first 5 characters. Who will tell me? I want to display the first 5 characters. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Okay, Lakshay.
sir s dot length minus 5.
S dot length function.
No, sir, s dot set and then bracket and then s dot length minus 5.
Okay, I want to extract Chand from here. Now Chand is 5 characters, so naturally I can't. What function will I use for extracting it? What function will I use to extract it first of all?
Substring.
Oh, substring.
Substring.
I will use substring to extract the string substring from this entire thing. Now I want to know where am I going to start it from?
Sir, 0, 5.
0,
0 comma what?
Sir, 5.
5.
I
Sir,
don't know this 5.
sir, s
So
dot
we will
length
divide
bracket
first 5
divided
s
by
dot
2.
length
and divided by 2.
Yeah, so okay. Somebody also said something in between. So s dot so and so divided by 2. So this is going to extract the half of the string to me. So that means that we always want to start off from a 0. Yes, it is going to start from a 0. S dot length function is actually 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And if I write 5, don't you think it is going to go up to 4?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
No? Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So today or tomorrow I will send the assignment, and the assignment is going to have questions which will ask you to perform these tasks, and to perform these tasks you need the statements, and you will write those statements. Okay,
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
nothing much. Haji
Okay,
Vinta?
sir.
Sir, here Chand will be printed or we have to put a +1 here.
No, nothing +1 here. Nothing will be printed. You have to store it on something, and then if you write display, it will be displayed.
Okay.
Okay, you have to store it somewhere, then you use it.
No, I was
Excuse me,
asking
sir.
in the s dot length bracket divided by 2, do we have to add a +1 or not?
No, you don't have to. You calculate now. What is s dot length for Chandigarh is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And if I had written a 5 there, it would actually have gone up to 4. So that is what I wanted, isn't it?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So whenever you want to do some calculation, take a string, do the calculations, and then figure out what things are going to happen, how things. Righto?
Yes, sir.
Somebody else wanted to say something. I think Ritan.
Sir, we could have also written in place of s dot length by 5 only, sir.
I don't know 5 because this could have been a string like this. So this is not 5 now, right? Hmm. Okay. So okay, so I'll send this off to you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
beta.
Sir, if the total sum of the word is in decimals.
It can't be total number of words in decimals.
excuse me, sir.
No, sir, the half. Like the two, like
Half in
the if we have
decimals.
10.
No, half in decimals. For example, this is Mohali 16 characters. Suppose I write this. It is 17 characters. 17 divided by 2 is 8. So this is the
8.
first half. Naturally, we will not have two equal halves. We cannot have two equal halves of the strings. Can we?
No,
Anyway,
sir.
No.
that is something to be considered. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, beta.
So in the Chandigarh string, we have only 9 index or 10?
We have up to 9 index. Index is up to 9.
So then why are we writing in the second line s dot length -1?
-1 because the character C. I want H which is on position number 9. How do I calculate that 9? What will S dot length give me? S dot length will give me 10 because the length of the string is 10.
Sir, how come?
It is 10. You count the number of characters, it is 10. Remember, the length is not the same as index.
Oh, so it
Okay?
okay, so
Length is
it will count 0 as 1 and then so on.
yes. The index length is the length of the string. That means how many characters are there. Index doesn't have anything to do with it. Okay. We'll stop here now, and we'll meet on Sunday. I'll probably change the time a little bit. Okay. So yeah, and the
So you
assignment.
will explain inheritance also on Sunday.
Yes, depends on what level are you all on. Okay. ऐसा नहीं है कि inheritance तुम्हें सभी को समझाया जा सकता है अभी. All right.
Sir, and can you explain that function also to extract the middle character?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll play around with these on Sunday.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, beta.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, beta.
Thank you, sir.